accusing a doctor of some bad bedside behavior, and it was all caught on camera.
Sit up. Sit up. I'm having you sit up.
I can't get up.
Man, I wasn't doing anything.
Get his keys.
I wasn't doing anything.
I've been booked for.
Sometimes, even the most trusted professionals find themselves on the wrong side of the law. Doctors too. But when that happens, they are caught, and the police immediately step in. Here are 4 times evil doctors realize they've been caught. So, Anna Marie started a relationship with Cara Rinaldi in 2002. Both were paramedics. The couple adopted a beautiful girl to their seemingly perfect home until something strange happened. On May 12, 2009, someone from the Rinaldi home placed a call to 911. It was an emergency. The relationship between the couple had gone sour, and they were seeking a divorce. Cara Rinaldi explains to the cops what's happening at home and pleads for an intervention. She felt threatened. After the call, the estranged couple approached a district court to seek a restraining order against each other. Cara told the judge that she needed a restraining order because she felt threatened and scared. She reveals heartbreaking details. She cannot leave her home because she owns it and pays all the bills. The judge seems upset about their flimsy excuse for a restraining order. He asks them to sort themselves out because their issues affect their daughter. Fast forward to 2010 when the couple were getting along. Cara returns home one day and leaves with Brianna. She sends a cryptic voice note to Annie Marie. Later that evening, she returns home to find Annie Marie dead. She begged a neighbor to call 911. Paramedics soon arrived at the scene, but the police called in Cara for questioning.
It's terrible. And not like that until I feel I get very anxious over it. You know what I mean? I don't like confrontation. I don't like the loudness. I'm sorry. That's what she's kind of brought up around, so that's all she knows. Not that she's that person, but that's personality. And it eats at me, and I felt like just.
The interrogation was pretty straightforward. She was cooperative and responded to the questions as best as possible. 4 days later, the district attorney ruled Elizabeth Shaber's death a homicide. Cameras captured Cara dumping bloody clothes in a trash can, suggesting she had a hand in Annie Marie's death. She was sentenced to life for the first-degree murder of Anna Marie. If you thought Cara went overboard with her hatred for Annie, you should see what Amanda did to a toddler. On February 3, 2021, officers got a call to intervene at a daycare Amanda Hickey managed.
Face down in the bed.
He was laying face down in the bed?
Yeah.
When they arrived, they were informed about an unresponsive baby.
Right, ma'am, go in the ambulance right there. They're getting ready to go. This is Mom.
There were no signs of violence, so they wondered what could be wrong. While they waited for paramedics to arrive, they performed CPR on Charlie Cronmiller and phoned his mother. Interrogation started, and the officers asked Amanda what happened to the baby. She seemed ignorant. She claimed to have fed the baby and laid him on his stomach. When she went for the routine check, he was unresponsive. Emergency services soon arrive, and Charlie's mother follows closely behind. She's devastated, but she follows the paramedics to the hospital, hoping for a miracle. Investigations into daycare continued, with officer asking for the CCTV footage. Amanda Hickey is unshaken. She provides the necessary details. Minutes later, officers get a heartbreaking call. Charlie is dead. The circumstances surrounding his death are fishy, but the result of the autopsy needs to be out first. After a search of the facility, the officers left, only to arrive days later. Amanda's husband and father were home, but that did not prevent an arrest.
Tell them the baby had an emergency and...
I can escort you out when you drop the babies off.
All right.
If you have any questions, then I can answer those
There
questions
you go.
for you.
We can do that for you to help
It's
you
gonna
out.
be really hard for you to talk about. Really hard.
Baby had a medical emergency, so you didn't, nothing.
She asked to speak to her daughter Natalie, after which she was taken to the station. Her family didn't look surprised that she was arrested. They may have watched her maltreat the infants and hoped that a day like this would come. An officer would later reenact how Amanda treated Charlie. The child could not bear the pain, so he died. Amanda was charged with second-degree murder, reckless conduct, and multiple counts of cruelty to children. She was sentenced to 30 years in prison and 5 years probation.
Can you call her down to the door?
Sure.
What was her name?
Natalie.
Natalie. Miss Natalie? Can you come here for a moment, please?
This next doctor did not kill a child, but attempted to molest one. Dr. Maurice Mullen was a prominent doctor and cancer researcher who cut his career short by falling in love with an underage girl. In August 2006, he hopped on this dating site where he met a 12-year-old girl. Soon enough, they fix a date in her house. He does not object. Unknown to him, the girl was a decoy from the famous NBC show To Catch a Predator. He soon arrives at the house and is given a warm welcome. He is relaxed and is ready to join her in her tub. While snooping around, his eyes catch the camera. Then it dawned on him that he made a huge mistake. His eyes caught the camera alongside the filming crew. It was game over because the police were right outside waiting. Dr. Maurice was handcuffed and taken to the police station for interrogation.
I wasn't doing anything. Oh man, I wasn't doing anything.
Get his keys.
I wasn't doing anything.
His interrogation says a lot about his person. The officer reads him his rights and tells him his charges. The doctor asks to speak with an attorney and asks if he would go to jail. He initially claimed to have done nothing wrong, but would slowly loosen up and admit his mistake.
I'm not going to play games
I'm
here.
not playing games. I'm scared out of my mind.
Right. And I understand that.
You saw my record. I've never done anything wrong in my life. And now I'm being charged with very serious offenses.
Why did you come to the house in Petaluma today?
I was curious.
Dr. Maurice eventually opened up about his activities on the dating site. But no, he would not take the blame all alone. He pins some of it on his victim, insisting that she initiated the meeting. Unfortunately, that would not fly, because he's 48 and she's 12. The detectives uncover some gruesome details about his chats with the underage girl. Dr. Maurice deliberately avoided some questions, especially those that could get him into trouble. Maurice starts acting agitated, knowing there's no way out of this mess. He eventually calls his wife to partly inform her of what had happened. He's careful not to divulge specific details. The bad doctor was sentenced to 2 months in jail, 3 years of probation, and a lifetime registration as a registered sex offender. His medical license was also revoked. And this next entry shows that doctors can commit crimes anywhere. On December 3, 2021, officers confronted Dr. Terry Hansen for driving over 115 miles per hour in his Porsche.
I'm Officer Lohan, New Mexico State Police. You understand the reason why I'm stopping you?
Not really,
I
actually.
have no idea.
No.
Okay.
I wasn't really
Paying attention?
yeah.
Okay, well, you actually blew past me on the interstate at 116. It's a little ridiculous, don't you think?
I'm sorry, sir.
Interrogation started immediately, with Terry saying he wasn't paying attention. He apologizes, but the officers perceive alcohol in his breath, so they ask him to step out for some questioning. They subject him to a sobriety test to ascertain his fitness to drive. You already know how this would play out. He failed all of them, but had reasons why he shouldn't be arrested. He's eventually handcuffed and asked to take a breathalyzer test. He refuses but tries to reach a bargain with the police.
If you are convicted in court of driving while under the influence, you may also receive a greater sentence because you refuse to be tested. Do you understand that?
So let's review this. You're saying that I have the right to take the test or decline the test at this time?
Yeah, D9. Correct. Yes, sir.
And if I decline the test...
He hopes that if he passed, he would be asked to go home. As if that wasn't enough, his girlfriend steps out of the car to confront the police. She threatens to testify against the officers and gets on their nerves. The argument lingers for minutes, with none of the parties giving up. Dr. Terry was eventually taken to the station and charged with overspeeding and aggravated DUI. He still insists he is innocent and had nothing to drink earlier. He pleaded guilty in August 2022. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.
But this does not change. This is not a change from the parameters that you read me before. I don't lose my license unless I'm found guilty.
Yeah,